If you want to work from home, do this. Part 1 of 2. The work from home movement got a big push from COVID-19, so we've all seen that. A lot of people are working from home, but you know, even before that, a lot of people were switching to working from home. If this is something you want to do, you're going to want to watch this video to the entirety, and you're also going to want to watch part 2. This is part 1 of 2 parts in a series on how you can work from home. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can work from home for your present employer, and if that doesn't work, I'll even show you companies that will allow you to work from home, and you could just go to work for them. And we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher, been selling online since 2009, sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products, and on this channel I share with you ways you can start, run, and grow a business online, or just work from home from your current employer. Now I also have a course. It's a $97 course. It's down in the description. All you gotta do is click on it and learn. There's no credit card required. Do me a favor, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. If you are already a subscriber, welcome back, and don't forget, turn on notifications. You got to hit the notification bell, turn on all notifications. When you do that, you become part of the Fisher family, the VIP group that gets notified every single time I do a new video, so that way you don't miss out on anything. Okay, now let's jump on this thing here, this thing we call what? Working from home. Have you already tried to do it? Put it in the comments below if you already tried to work from home, or you are working from home. Tell me how it's working out. I want to hear your story. Just put your comments below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Let's get going. Thanks to technology, things like Skype and Zoom and Google Hangouts and FaceTime and all these other programs out there, a lot of people are figuring out they can actually work from home, and you probably can too. Now the fact is, we know why it's attractive as employees. I mean, we don't have to commute, which is really cool. We can, you know, eat at the house, we can save ourselves money, we can be around our family, we can be in our own comfortable environments. But the truth is, if it wasn't good for an employer, no companies would do it. Companies have figured out that you working from home can actually save them money. They don't have to have office buildings and offices and, you know, elaborate computer setups and electricity and heat and cooling and all those things that they're going to have to supply to you if you work in a building. Additionally, they found they've had reduced turnover. People who work from home have a higher job satisfaction. It also actually protects and insulates the company too, because if there is a natural or man-made disaster and it affects that office building, well, you know, they're out of business. But if their employees work remotely all over the place, then that almost has no effect on their business whatsoever. So it's really beneficial to businesses to let employees work from home. Now, to work from home, it is necessary that you have the technology that's going to be required to do your job, and that comes in many different forms. You of course are going to have a workspace. You're going to have internet connection. Now personally, I end up at a Starbucks a lot, so you know, I can work out of a Starbucks. They have the internet connection, and there's the workspace right there. There's a table and a place to sit, so it makes it really easy. The next thing I will tell you, though, that this is where some people mess up, is they don't have a good work schedule. You actually have to set times that you're going to work and stick to it. Today I'm shooting videos. Today I shoot videos from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's what I know I have to do. I have to get up earlier than that and get some other work done prior to that, and I'm gonna have to get some other work done after that. But the thing is, I have a schedule and I don't get interrupted. I don't do anything else. I stick to that schedule. If you're going to have to talk to other people in your business, you know, you got to work out how you're going to do that. You're going to use Skype, or you're going to use FaceTime, you know, Zoom. What are you going to use? You got to get that all set up too. Now obviously there's certain jobs that kind of lend themselves to working online, like IT. IT, you certainly don't need to go in an office and sit next to somebody, but also virtual assistants, any type of data entry, instruction and teaching can easily be done online. So there's a lot of jobs that really shouldn't be done in person. They should actually be done online, and you're going to see a huge change of this from, you know, months ago before COVID-19 hit us, because a lot of people are going to realize that they can now work there because they've done it. They were forced into this test. There's a variety of really big companies that are now turning the page and having their people work from home. Companies like Amazon and Dell and Humana, Kaplan, Salesforce, they all have remote employees at this time, and they have a whole lot more than they ever did before, and that workforce is growing. Now, on top of all the things like your technology and your internet and all that, you need to really get organized as to how you're going to handle things like your kids being around, your pets being around. How are you going to deal with those situations? communications up front. With your employer, if you're going to be working for an employer, you kind of got to know the ground rules. What's expected of you? Is it a set amount of work, or is it that you're available to answer calls from 9 to 5? We want to get this set up right up front so there's no confusion. Make sure you're allowed to work on a public Wi-Fi, that you don't have to have some type of secure connection. Some companies do require that, and you may have to address that at the time. How are you going to communicate with your fellow employees? Is it going to be through Slack? Is it going to be through Asana? How are you going to work on your different projects and everybody work on it and it all get organized? I would suggest, if you're doing this with an employer, you want to have some trial runs first, because you're going to run into issues, you're going to have problems. Not everything's always going to be smooth, so have some trial runs and figure out where you need to make some adjustments. Now, earlier I said set up a functional workspace. Now, not everybody's going to have an office. This is my office in the house, so I have this office here. That's really nice. I can sit in here and work if I want. However, maybe you don't have a space like this, but you do want to have it removed from noise and interruptions. Maybe it's the corner of your bedroom, maybe it's the corner of the living room, maybe it's the kitchen table. I don't know where it is for you, but where the best space is for you to get the type of work done that you want to do. If you don't have a designated space, it makes it really difficult, because if you do have a designated space, it kind of puts you in the mindset that I'm working now, I'm doing this. But if you're just sitting on the couch and you're thumbing through TV shows all day long, and then doing some work and then going back to TV shows, you're not going to be very productive. You really have to have the right internet speed. I see so many people. As a matter of fact, I had a call the other day with a business, and the person was trying to pull something up, and it was actually a nurse that I was talking to on the line, and she was trying to pull stuff up, and she kept saying, I'm sorry, it's slow loading, it's slow loading. I said, are you working from home? She says, yeah. I said, do you just have normal internet? She goes, yeah. I'm like, well, there's the problem. Okay, if you're going to be working from home and you're going to need to access stuff on the internet, normal home internet is not very fast, and you're going to have some issues. Now, in our home, we have a business internet. It's a business level internet, so that we can get our work done. Because if you're staring at your screen waiting for half hour, 45 minutes overall throughout the day, that's going to waste a lot of time. So you spending another $20, $30, $40, $50 a month can save you a tremendous amount of time. And this is something you want to address maybe with your employer too, if you're working for an employer and they're having you work remote. Make sure you set up the right phone apps. This is one thing I see where in businesses there's maybe 10 or 20 or 30 employees, and they're all using different ways to connect. So if one employee always uses Skype and always has Skype open, and I'm another employee and I like to use FaceTime and I never have Skype open, they're not going to be able to get a hold of me. So you have to have some ground rules. What are we going to use for communications? And we have to have those apps open at all times so that we can communicate with each other. You also want to minimize distractions. If you have dogs barking, and if you have jackhammers going outside and construction, all that can be very disruptive to the person that you're talking to. You want to use some noise canceling type of headset or iPod Pros, earphones, something that's going to knock out that outside noise. If you have kids around, they can disturb you too, so you may want to make a deal with the husband or wife, who's going to watch the kid at what times. I have an employee that is at home a lot, and he works nights, and his wife works days, and they take off time to watch their child. They can do that because they both work remote. So make sure you plan that out in advance. If it's not planned in advance, then there's always going to be arguments, there's always going to be problems for you. Plan extra social interactions. Now, I know a lot of people like the idea of working in solitude and getting their work done, but we still need that human interaction. So make sure, even if it's not off-site where you meet somebody at a restaurant, something like that, but make sure that you are connected with the people you work with. Do some video chats, do some Skypes with your video camera on, do some FaceTimes with your video camera on, and take those breaks to talk to other people on your team, and it'll make it a whole lot more organized, and you will be more productive if you take those little mental breaks. Now, it used to be, the people that work from home, it was kind of hokey, maybe it was an Amway, some multi-level company, something like that, where they were trying to keep their costs down, so they said, oh yeah, you get to work from your house. But many major companies now are having their employees work from home. As a matter of fact, work from home employees over the past couple of years has gone up 39%. That's huge. That is huge. So the availability of work from home jobs is actually out there. On the site flexjobs.com, they actually vet the companies that have people work from home. They check on them and see if the employees are happy and if they're earning a good living, and they do regular surveys to make sure that those companies that are offering jobs on their site are real work from home jobs. They're not some type of multi-level scam. You know, a lot of healthcare providers now, Humana, CVS Health, United Health Group, are having their employees work from home. Yes, even nurses can work from home. They don't necessarily have to, you know, take vitals on a patient in an office. They can actually interview them through questions and find out what's going on, and they can actually help that patient. This also goes for their, you know, insurance workers. You know, they don't need to have a person in their doctor's office doing the insurance. They can certainly do that over video chat. They can do that over the telephone. So that allows these people to work from home too. Now there's a ton of companies out there that you can actually get a job from and work from home. One of the biggest one is Amazon. Amazon.com is hiring a lot of people to work from home. At the time of this recording, Amazon has 750,000 people working remote for the company. Another big company that's doing this is Dell. You can check with Dell. Dell.com has tons of people that work from home. If you want to work in healthcare, Humana is a great company to work for, and they have so many remote positions. That's another company you may want to try it with. So even if your company's not going to let you, I'm going to give you some that will. Aetna Insurance is another big company that will let you work remotely. They're out there and they're hiring right now. American Express is always looking for people. Go to their website, check out their job board there, and you can get a remote job from them. Also Kaplan is a great training company from K to 12 programs, and they need people to work remotely. Another company is Salesforce.com. They're in the Fortune magazine top 100 best companies to work for, and they'll let you work remote. ADP, which has a lot of data processing, right? They will let you work from home. Check out ADP. Let's not forget the big giant Xerox has so many positions available now for people to work from home. And there's so many different positions. There's, you know, data entry, there's translators, there's virtual assistants. There's so many different positions that you can get and work from home. You know, why not check it out? You know, even if you're going to work a call center, something that's not as skilled, you can work a call center from your house. So that should give you some ideas of things you need to do. And if your company won't let you work from home, there are companies that will let you work from home, and you can certainly go apply to those companies. I really appreciate you watching this video. Put your comments below. What did you get out of this video? What did you learn? Are you working from home? Tell me all about it. Tell me how it's going for you in the comments below. Like I said, I appreciate you watching, but you got to subscribe. You got to hit that subscribe button. You got to ring the bell. You got to turn on all bell notifications. It's super important that you do that. Now in the next video, I'm going to talk about companies you can work for at home and avoid scams, because there are some scams out there. As soon as you type in work from home, believe me, there's some scams out there. Stay away from those. I also have a $97 e-commerce course you can get absolutely free. Click the link in the description below, and I'm going to see you in the next video, video 2 of this series. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.